为什么法国女孩不喜欢台湾的房东
What? This is so weird.
这位是法国的 Elise。
Hello, my name is Elise.
Elise 来台湾6年了。
And I've been living here in Taiwan for 6 years now.
法国 Elise 为什么觉得台湾警察很有效率？
And they found the person in 15 minutes. I was so shocked how efficient it was.
他这么原本来台湾9个月，但结果住在台湾6年了。
Yeah, I was supposed to stay here for 9 months, but now it's been 6 years.
还有更多。
So that's why I basically chose
我
Taiwan.
们来一起看。
Hello, my name is Elise. I'm from France, and I've been living here in Taiwan for 6 years now.
For the first question, I want to ask you, when did you hear about Taiwan for the first time?
Basically, I was a student in France, and my bachelor was international business and management. And in this bachelor, I knew the last year would be abroad as an exchange. So at that time, when I was looking for countries, that's where I learned about Taiwan for the first time. Yeah, so honestly, I never heard about that, about Taiwan before. Yeah, I was looking which country to go. I wanted to go basically far from France and in a country that had a useful language. So that's why I basically chose Taiwan.
Okay.
That was the first time I heard about Taiwan.
So you came here for the first time kind of to do exchange, right?
Yes, and as an exchange student, yeah.
So you started to live here for 1 year or?
Yeah, I was supposed to stay here for 9 months, but now it's been 6 years, so I'm still here.
And how did it happen? Did you finish your exchange program, then went back to France, and then come back to Taiwan? Or?
Yes, so I finished my exchange, I went back to France, but I already applied for my master here because basically I enjoyed the year so much. I had so much fun and enjoyed the country so much that I decided to do my master here as well. But I still went back to France for 4 months, and it was at the time of COVID, so I was also a bit hard to come back with the quarantine and everything. I went back to France for 4 months and then come back to Taiwan again after.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was kind of the things that make you want to come back here? Because you're supposed to be here 1 year and then you decided to
honestly, I think it's just the feeling here is very comfortable life, super good nature in Taiwan. I think that's one of the things I love the most about Taiwan is how I can be in the middle of Taipei, drive 1 hour and being in the mountain and or in the beach or at the beach or whatever. But I really like the proximity with the nature and also just overall I think the life here is super chill and very peaceful life. I think that's what made me really like it and want to stay here as well.
Okay. When you just came here, do you remember what things did you like at the beginning?
I would say almost everything. I like the food. I like I said, the nature. I live in the north of France, so we don't have mountain. Of course, France also has mountain, but where I'm from, we don't really have.
Also, it's far away.
Yes. I think that's what I like the most. Just every weekend go hiking or go river tracing with my friends. Super easy. I really like the outdoor part. If there's one thing I like the most, I don't know, but it's like a whole package.
And what kind of things that you didn't like when you just came here?
Maybe the first thing I didn't like is how hard it is to find a good apartment in Taipei that is reasonable price and good quality apartment. I think this is really hard, honestly. Yeah.
And how was kind of the experience for you to look for the apartment?
I visited 15 different places. I couldn't find anything I liked that was in a reasonable budget. Also, I feel like some landlords, they were like, oh, you cannot invite any friend overnight or you have to pay extra. I'm like, what? This is so weird. I even had some landlord that I visited, they told me no boys overnight. I'm like, I'm not your daughter, I'm just a tenant. You don't this is so weird. This was a real culture shock for me. Why a landlord would tell me how to behave in my life is so weird for me. But yeah.
And do you remember when you just came here and started to live here, what was kind of your first impression about Taiwan?
First feeling, I was like, wow, the architecture is completely different from what I am used back home. So I remember the 5 seconds of going out of the car and be like, oh wow, this is really different. But yeah.
And you mentioned when you were looking for an apartment, it was difficult. But in terms of prices, do you think it's similar? If you rent something in Taipei and in Paris?
I think Paris is still a bit more expensive, obviously, but But in terms of quality of apartment,
it's
really bad here. Really bad. Honestly, like I visited some places that were like 25,000 NT per month. It was like
just like one small room.
It's horrible. Like it's dirty. From what I heard, it's hard to renovate the houses here, and because the market of the apartment is very, like the landlords have a lot of power here, so they don't make a lot of effort because they know it's gonna be rented in any case, even if it's at crazy prices. So
And like for your family, like how was it for them to let you go like so far away?
Honestly, my family, they thought I would be gone for 1 year only, and now it's been 6 years. So I think obviously they would like me to go back, but they also know that I enjoy my life here, and so they respect my choice. And I work now remote, so I have the chance to be able to go back to France
anytime.
A lot of time. Yeah, I go usually once a year for 2 months. So every either summer or winter, I would go for 2 months.
Like, is there anything you saw in Taiwan that you think it will be cool to have in France?
Yes, of course, safety is very crazy here, like it's really good. France is, I don't think it's an unsafe country, but of course it's less safe than here. I feel like here, if you have an issue, like, I don't know, let's say if someone steals you something, it never happened to me, honestly, but it could happen. You go to the police, they would find the thief in 1 second. I feel like this is something that is really good with Taiwan. In France, if someone steals you your bag or whatever, the police wouldn't even look for it, you know. Like, I'm saying this because basically I have a scooter. I always park it the same place, and once I see that it's a little bit scratched on the side, like it was a little bit broken, so I went to see the police. I just told them, because there was a camera, so I told them I don't want to sue them at all, I just want them to pay for the fixing, that's it. And they were like, okay. So they went, we saw the person on the camera, and they found the person in 15 minutes. I was so shocked how efficient it was. And so the person was like, yeah, no problem, I can pay. And in the end, it was very wholesome story, because at the end, I saw the person. He was a bit old Taiwanese grandma, and she invited me to her house. She was like showing me her grandkids, and I was playing with them. So it was so cute. But
so you actually became friends.
Very, very cute. Yeah, they were my neighbors. So we got like friends at the end. So, it's just a story to say how efficient the police is here right now. I guess in France they have too many other things to deal with, so they don't have time to deal with like a little problem like this. But yeah, I would say that's something very positive about Taiwan, the efficiency and safety, of course, as well.
And was there like any time that something crazy happened to you? Like,
yeah, I had some crazy
really?
Like we go back to the landlord topic. My last landlord asked me if he wanted to be my sugar daddy. And I was like, no. So I would say that was like something really crazy that happened, and I was like so shocked. But
how was this conversation?
First of all, it was really weird because my Chinese is not that good. He doesn't speak English, so we were talking via Google Translate. And then he was telling me...
so it was like face-to-face? Or
yeah, face-to-face, because I had some issue in the house, so he was like, let's meet and we talk about it. And then he was starting to say like on the Google Translate, like, oh, you know, I am a man and you are a woman, so if you want, we can spend time together and I help you financially. I was like, no. That was, I think, honestly, one of the craziest things I've heard in my life. It was really crazy.
And like, did you continue to live there? Like, was it fine?
So originally, I thought I had to move because of that, but then I put the boundaries and he respected it. So that's why I stayed a little bit longer after that.
So he didn't try like another?
No, I got scared. Honestly, I was scared. For a few weeks I got scared, but he actually respected that I said no, so it was okay in the end, but it was still very crazy, honestly. Like,
is there like anything you have like in France, like that you think it will be nice to have like in Taiwan, like besides your family, friends?
Yeah, still in the landlord topic, I guess the rent protection laws in Taiwan, at least for foreigners, is not very good, I would say. Like I feel like me as a foreigner renting a house in Taiwan or in Taipei or whatever, I feel like the landlord can do whatever they want. They can enter the house for like without telling me. It's technically illegal, but me, I cannot do anything to actually have my rights. I feel like I don't have any rights. Like if the landlord wants to keep the deposit at the end, they can. And even if it's technically illegal, I feel like me as a foreigner, I cannot do much to counter this problem. Because I had this landlord issue, but my previous house, he kept the deposit for no reason.
Oh, really?
And I went to see a lawyer. I was like, this is a contract, this is what happened. Can I get back my deposit? And the lawyer, he said, what the landlord did is totally illegal. So technically you should receive your deposit. But if you actually sue him, it would cost you more than what you lost. So then I'm like, okay, but then,
No
this
point.
a little bit injustice. It could be fixed if they had like more protection laws or stuff like that.
Okay. After living here for 6 years, what do you think kind of like were like the main reasons why you decided to stay here for this long?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of everything I said before, like how close to the nature Taipei is. Like I love the city, but if I want to escape the city, I just drive. Like I'll take even the MRT for a few, maybe 30 minutes, and then I'm in the mountain. I can do a one-day hike, come back, and I don't need to drive like 3-4 hours to actually be completely disconnected from the city. That is something I really love about Taiwan and Taipei also. I think this is maybe the main thing that make me stay here is proximity to the nature and the city at the same time. It's just very comfortable to live here in general. I think Taiwanese people are also very nice and very safe also. So yeah, a mix of everything I said before that's the reason why I want to
stay here.
Yeah, that I stay longer.
Okay. And last question I want to ask you, like if you would have a chance, what things would you change about Taiwan? Like anything you can change?
I think it's like I said before, like maybe the landlord tenant laws, I think needs some improvement there. And yeah, if the work culture also I think maybe needs a bit improvement. So yeah, that would be some things that I would have to note, but yeah, otherwise it's
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
And now let's say bye-bye together, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.